Crimea is a peninsula located on the northern coast of the Black Sea in Eastern Europe that is almost completely surrounded by both the Black Sea and the smaller Sea of Azov to the northeast. Crimea is located south of the Ukrainian region of Kherson, to which it is connected by the Isthmus of Perekop, and west of the Russian region of Kuban, from which it is separated by the Strait of Kerch though linked by the Crimean Bridge since 2018. The Arabat Spit is located to the northeast, a narrow strip of land that separates a system of lagoons named Shivish from the Sea of Azov. Across the Black Sea to its west is Romania, and to its south, Turkey. Crimea has historically been at the boundary between the Classical World and the Pontic-Caspian steppe. Its southern fringe was colonized by the Greeks, the Persians, the Romans, the Byzantine Empire, the Crimean Goths, the Genoese and the Ottoman Empire, while at the same time its interior was occupied by a changing caste of invading steppe nomads and empire, such as the Cimmerians, Scythians, Sarmatians, Goths, Alans, Bulgars, Huns, Khazars, Kipchaks, Mongols and the Golden Horde. Crimea and adjacent territories were united in the Crimean Khanate during the 15th to 18th century. In 1783, Crimea was annexed by the Russian Empire as the result of the Russo-Turkish War. Following the Russian Revolution of 1917, Crimea became an autonomous republic within the Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic in the USSR during World War II. Crimea was downgraded to the Crimean Oblast after its entire indigenous population, the Crimean Tatars, were deported to Central Asia, an act recognized as a genocide by Ukraine and 3 other countries. In 1954, it was transferred to the Ukrainian SSR from the Russian SFSR with the collapse of the Soviet Union. Ukraine was re-established as an independent state in 1991, and most of the peninsula was reorganized as the Autonomous Republic of Crimea, while the city of Sevastopol retained its special status within Ukraine. The 1997 Partition Treaty on the Status and Conditions of the Black Sea Fleet partitioned the former Soviet Black Sea Fleet and allowed Russia to continue basing its fleet in Crimea. Both the Ukrainian naval forces and Russia's Black Sea Fleet were to be headquartered in Sevastopol. Ukraine extended Russia's lease of the naval facilities under the 2010 Kharkiv Pact in exchange for further discounted natural gas. In February 2014, following the 2014 Ukrainian Revolution that ousted the Ukrainian president, Viktor Yanukovych, Russia annexed Crimea after a military intervention by pro-Russian separatists and Russian armed forces. A controversial Crimea-wide referendum, illegal under the Ukrainian and Crimean constitutions, was held on the issue of reunification with Russia. Its official results showed over 90% support for reunification. However, the vote was boycotted by many loyal to Ukraine and declared illegitimate by Western governments and the United Nations. Russia formally annexed Crimea on the 18th of March 2014, incorporating the Republic of Crimea and the federal city of Sevastopol as the 84th and 85th federal subjects of Russia. The status of Crimea is disputed. It is claimed by Ukraine and recognized as Ukrainian by the United Nations and most other countries. The classical name Taurus or Taurica is from the Greek Taurike, after the peninsula's Scytho-Cimmerian inhabitants. The Tauri, Strabo refer variously to the Strait of Kerch as the Chimerikos Bosporus, its easternmost part as the Cimmerian Akron. The Crimean Tatar name of the peninsula is Kiring and so also for the city of Crim which is now called Styi Krim which served as a capital of the Crimean province of the Golden Horde. Some sources hold that the name of the capital was extended to the entire peninsula at some point during Ottoman suzerainty, but the earliest recorded use of the toponym Crimea for the peninsula occurred between 1315 and 1329 AD by the Arab writer Abu al-Fida, where he recounts a political fight in 1300 to 1301 AD, resulting in a rival's decapitation and having sent his head to the Crimea. The origin of the word Kiring is uncertain. Suggestions argued in various sources include other suggestions either unsupported or contradicted by sources. apparently based on similarity in sound, include the spelling Crimea is the Italian form, i.e., Le Crimea, since at least the 17th century, and the Crimean Peninsula becomes current during the 18th century, gradually replacing the classical name of Taurus Peninsula in the course of the 19th century. In English usage since the early modern period, the Crimean Khanate is referred to as Crim Tartary. The omission of the definite article in English became common during the later 20th century. The classical name was used in 1802 in the name of the Russian Taurida Governorate, while it was replaced with Crim in the Soviet Union and has had no official status since 1921. It is still used by some institutes.